today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
Wet weather surely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
On the return, Tyron Johnson. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor, gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss, and despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Lance on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt, but with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
The numbers last week for Mitchell. 16 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity miss there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw left side, complete. That's Kelly. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Missouri man, Larry Roundtree. It's a 1st down and more for Roundtree. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Herbert off of play action. This is caught by Williams. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Herbert operating from the red zone. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Larry Roundtree, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was capped off by a Larry Roundtree touchdown run. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 2nd and 9, Lance. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll hand it off to Kelly. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Herbert.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run the counter. It's Mitchell. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he is going to have a Niners first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2nd down. Off of play action, here's Lance.
He'll buy some time right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Again, this is Kelly. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On the carry is Kelly. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Touchdown, L.A.
Joshua Kelly.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken from about the 12. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Lance now to throw.
Steps away to his left. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Forced out to his left. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Now Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have the 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
To throw, it's Lance.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jerry Tillery, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Under pressure, they got him again. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the 1st half.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Caught left side, Williams. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Finding Williams once more, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st down, Justin Herbert setting up the screen to Kelly. Wiggles free. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to... You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good...
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are back within a score. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. So here are the Chargers to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the 44, Herbert. That's caught by Kelly. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st down, they'll run with Roundtree. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So turnover. And now before the ball changes hands. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the give is Roundtree. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
Get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. His throw incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Kittle catching the slant. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd and 2. Now they'll hand it off to Wilson.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st, they'll go back to Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance sliding out of the pocket. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they? That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Johnson now to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. L.A. readies for its next possession. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Lenny, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Herbert got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hand off here to Roundtree. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 44, Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Herbert's thrown to the hands of Sample. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Now a first carry for their fullback. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
with Roundtree.
And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Back to Roundtree again on first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Lance now on first down.
Rolling to his right.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Play action, now it's Lance.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
They'll roll him out right.
They'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
A young quarterback Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Play action. It's Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The 71 yards on the ground for him so far. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Another run now for Roundtree. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And some good tackling there as he's stopped up at about the 41. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Give left side here for Roundtree. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And they take a knee. Now the Niners going to timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they'll indeed take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, they'll definitely take them.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So, for the Chargers,